everyone, Wagwan Sanju Uchiha here, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, an awesome week so far. I know I haven't been posting a lot this this past week, but we have to start the discussion train for the recent Boruto events sometime, right? Of course, I have been spending a lot of time catching up and watching Attack on Titan, so there's that. But that's not what this video is about. So of course, as I said, and as you can already tell, it's that time of the month where we talk about the recent Boruto chapter and, you know, just facilitate some food for thought going forward as we await the upcoming chapter of the Boruto manga, chapter 56. Of course, this title and thumbnail is a major spoiler already to anime only, so even though it is the discussion topic, and it is 100% intentional on my part, I still want to apologize to anime onlys who probably pass by, see it in their recommendeds or on the side of like a video they're watching. So yeah, apologies for that. But without further ado, let's get into it, guys. So chapter 55 of the Boruto manga, it featured the end of Kurama the Nine-Tailed Fox. We saw him once again die in the story. Now, the question that I feel like a lot of persons are currently debating, and even this video topic, is should Kurama come back or can he come back? Now, I did talk about this to a degree in my Boruto manga chapter 55 review, but of course I want to kind of expound on the reasons I gave in that video, because honestly this is a yes or no question. It can be looked at from various perspectives. It just depends on how it's handled in each case, if Kurama should come back or not. So given my stance on it, I'll go with the no. There are a number of reasons why I feel Kurama should remain out of the story or dead, and I'll play devil's advocate and see how best the situation can be handled if he does return. So of course, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe, and I appreciate the support as we head towards 20,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of 2021. So let's get into it. So reason number one, Baryon mode. Now, in the conflict with Momoshiki Otsutsuki, Kurama did present Naruto with the option of this new transformation Baryon mode. In his explanation for it, he did mention that, yo, this transformation will take my chakra and your chakra, kinda in a nutshell. I'm kind of paraphrasing what Kurama said. You know, I'm not a scientist like Kurama, but yeah, based on how he explained it, he took Naruto's chakra and his chakra, and based on chapter 55, it seems like it's mostly his chakra, and essentially converted it to a different type of energy, similar to nuclear fission. That's how Kurama explained it. Now, I know persons, and I know it's been established within the lore that tail beasts will eventually respawn and all that jazz and blues, but given how Baryon mode works, right, more than likely with Kurama's chakra being converted to a new type of energy, there probably isn't any chakra left to respawn in the world. And I know some persons might want to say there's chakra for the Nine Tails over over the planet, or like for instance based on the filler arc with Sora. And Kurama, as I said to somebody in the comments on some of my previous videos, Kishimoto could draw for that, but honestly I highly doubt he's going to do that given it's filler. But we can only wait and see. But given how Baryon mode was explained, I don't think Kurama is going to actually respawn at the end of all of this or in the future. Now, reason number two is that I feel, given how the Boruto series is marketed, right, and just the fight itself having some stakes, having some consequences, having some emotional, I guess, weight to the whole conflict with Momoshiki Otsutsuki, I think I guess have that emotional conflict or weight, or just that those stakes and consequences mean something to the story going forward, especially since Boruto as a main character is going to have to take over and kind of hold the series together. It's going to be his story, and Naruto and Sasuke are being phased out. So with all of that in mind, more than likely Kurama's death is going to have to be a permanent deal, just to ensure that the stakes remain high and to ensure that Naruto and Sasuke are eventually phased out of the story, as well as tie things in back to Boruto's eventual fall into darkness in terms of his life, his quality of life essentially. So with Naruto not having the Nine Tails, it gives more, I guess, ammunition to the forces in the Naruto universe that are going to contribute to Boruto's life becoming what it is in the future, as Momoshiki predicted. So honestly, Kurama's death could tie into all of that more than likely, and it's going to be a necessary force going forward for Boruto to actually, say, okay, my father isn't as strong as he once was, so this is going to be necessary, I feel. But if you're one of the persons that feel that Kurama should come back or can come back, let's say he does, right? There has to be some that emotional, because the thing is that emotion you feel at this time in chapter 55, if Kurama were to just come back like without any consequence, rhyme or reason, it would basically cheapen this moment, and you have to admit that at the end of the day. So what I propose, and it's kind of something a friend of mine was suggesting, is essentially if Kurama does come back, he basically either A, will be sealed within somebody else, or two, even if that is the case and he is sealed within somebody else, he comes back without, any memory of, his previous life, essentially. So in a sense, Kurama will come back, but it wouldn't be the same Kurama. So at least to maintain some, so as to not cheapen the moment that he'll have here with Naruto at the end of the fight with Momoshiki Otsutsuki. So because I know a lot of persons, for example, will complain about Dragon Ball and that there's no consequence and you can just revive everybody. And when you really think about it, how Naruto has been, that's never been the case where you could say we are just reviving persons and you're cheapening the stakes and there's no consequence. Naruto has never really been that type of story. So whether he comes back or not, and I'm more so on the no side of him not coming back, there has to be some consistency so that emotional investment you had in that moment when he died, it's not cheapened, essentially. And it kind of falls in line, for example, how people feel about, like, say, Jiraiya coming back. That would somehow ruin his legacy, essentially. So let me know what you guys think and what your expectations are in terms of Kurama's ultimate fate, and should he come back? And let me know if I made any, form of sense when it comes on to discussing the, I guess, both sides of the spectrum when it comes on to, should he come back, should he not come back? I think at the end of the day, in terms of maintaining or improving the quality, or whatever quality you feel is there with the Boruto story, it's important, whether yes or no Kurama comes back, just not to cheapen his sacrifice in the fight against Momoshiki Otsutsuki and what the final moments meant between, between Naruto, Kurama, and us, the audience. That's the important thing at the end of the day. So that's all I have for this one, guys. Let me know what you think, your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, definitely subscribe if you enjoyed anything I had to say today, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll probably be at work by the time this video goes up, so yeah. So Sanju Uchiha, subscribe, like, share it out, and I'll see you in the next Boruto discussion.